Hello, if you're here, say hello, leave a comment. I'm having issues with my laptop. I'm sorry. Hi, Kathleen. I'm having issues with my laptop and issues with Facebook. Is being really weird. Let's see. I hope I'm live. It looks like I'm live. I see comments on my phone, but not on my laptop. So if you're just patient with me for 1 second, I will be right with you. Okay, so I am going to try to find myself once again because it seems to be paused. It's telling me, I hope I'm live on, looks like I am. I'm trying to find myself, guys, so just give me a second. Ooh, look at this. Where am I? I'd like to know. It's saying Mark is sold and, what is going on? It looks like people are on. There you are. So I'm glad you found me, Patty, but I can't find myself. Facebook, if you put in a word in your description, just FYI for anybody on here that does lives and may not know this, I'm just discovering myself that if you put in a word that makes it sound like you're selling something in your description, Facebook marks it as an item you're selling, that you're selling, and it, you know, puts your post up for review. So I'm not even finding myself. So I am really hoping, I might have to stand so I could look down at my phone. Anyway, this is the nightmare of Facebook sometimes. Well, I can't find it at all. Let's see. Nope. Okay, there I am. All right, thank you. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Yes, so I'm finally here, and my name is Antoinette Bay with the Paper Papillion. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Limbrook, New York. So tonight I'm using my favorite, you know, I need to bring my catalog over because now that I can show you guys things, I want to. So I'm learning that my favorite thing in the catalog I thought would be a stamp set, but actually it's these cards that I'm using tonight. They're here on page 127. I'll actually physically show you just in case you haven't been here with me before. So it's these cards, which I'm not using tonight, but I've been using, which are called Hand Pen Memories and More Cards and Envelopes, which are simply gorgeous. You get 20 in a pack, and they're just beautiful. And then I'm going to put that on the side. There's also these memories, what is it called? Memories and More card pack also, and they go with those cards. And I used these the other day, and I'm using them again tonight in a different way. So they have a front and a back. So one side usually has words and the other side has an image. So this is the card I'm actually pulling out to use tonight. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Oh, you ordered them, Patty. Yay, good for you. Hi, Tammy. I'm just looking. Jean Jean and Kathleen, what if you go out and come back? I did. So I'm here. I was able to find myself finally. Just takes a while. So this is the one that we're using tonight, but it has all these beautiful, like I want to use this for a background. This is not in the paper pack, the designer series paper, this particular pattern. So this is a gorgeous pattern. However, then there's the other side, which I hate to lose. So good thing they give you two sides. Although I love this paper so much, I'm probably going to be getting more. So, and then they have smaller cards. So if I wanted to use that, now these are specifically, I think they're pretty much specifically made for scrapbookers and Project Life kind of things. But there's nothing to say you can't use them for a card. So you could put that right on top. And if you don't want all this, around the black and white stripe lines, the black lines, you can cut around this and pop it up on your card and put something else behind there if you want, you know? So there's so many different ways to create cards with, greeting cards with these cards, right? They're not just for Project Life. So don't overlook them. Like even this cut around here. Some of them might even have a die for them. And even here too, although I like the polka dots. Purple is beginning to grow on me quite a bit. I'm beginning to really love it. Shades of purple. So what we're going to do is stamp our sentiment first and then run the things through the die cut machine because then we're going to be done. It's just one stamp tonight and that is the sentiment. Hi, Lori. That's great, Kathleen. You ordered the cards and envelopes too. Everybody loves them. So no, I'm not lying about them. So the other thing that's one of my favorites, and I've been using them, is Genial Gems, which I love. Put those on the side. And I'm going to use the Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. So it comes now in, I think, crumb cake, white, very vanilla, Sahara Sand, or Smoky Slate or Basic Gray. Smoky Slate, I think, or Gray Granite and Black. So I'm going to be using the white tonight. Let me leave all my gems to the side. I'm using Tasteful Textile Embossing Folder. I'm using Timeless Tulips, not a new stamp set, but I am using this. I'm using the Pen Flowers again, and for tonight I'm only using the scallop part. And Tasteful Labels, I'll be using this piece for the sentiment. So let's get all this going. And I'm using just from this paper pack, the designer series True Love paper, I'm using just this stripe piece. So let's get that going. So I have a piece of basic white, thick cardstock at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, that's my card base. Now I need a piece of scrap for the sentiment. This will be for the scallop. And let's see, this is the inside of the card and this is going to be on top of the card. So very minimal supplies tonight, and this, we won't be here long tonight. So of the Timeless Tulip, I need the sentiment that says happy birthday. It fits very well in the little die cut, the piece that's going to be die cut. Okay, so let me make sure I'm good here. So I placed my order yesterday for lots of different things, paper shares and In Color Club. So I had a huge order go in yesterday. Probably one of my biggest orders ever, which is really good. Oh, I stamped the wrong thing. Okay, good thing there's another side. There's another piece right here. And that was supposed to be for the scallop anyway. I'm a ding-dong. All right, let's leave that on the side. And I'll get the right stamp set out. Oh, thank you for the capital letter shared, Stacy and Tammy. I see you guys did that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nothing helps me more than those, than you guys helping me out that way. There's lots of us out there, lots of demos out there, and the biggest thing you can do for us is definitely give us that share, the likes, the loves, the thumbs up, all of that. I'm trying to build my viewership here, and we've gotten pretty good. We're up to, well, it varies, but I mean, membership's been going pretty well, but I guess people watch at different times. They're not always available. I know I'm not always available to watch some people that I like to watch. So I go back and I watch the replay when I can, if I can. And then I have this. Let's see, and then we have the folder. So we'll do all three of these things and bring over the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then we'll be done with that. I'm gonna move this over too so I can bring it over. Okay. All right, so let's first die cut since I have the die cutting set up. And not only does it help me, but you get entered into drawings to win cards that I make, the projects that I make. Oh, I need something to hold this down, so I'm trying to find a Post-it that isn't all yucky. Like that's not even working anymore. All right, let's hope for the best and put this through and hope it doesn't move the wrong way. Okay, that did not move, so that's good. Okay, so we have the scallop. Perfect. Next thing, we need our sentiment. Let's see. This I definitely cannot have move. I have my Post-it note tape. I don't think that will move. I think that will be okay. So yeah, when you share when I'm live, it really helps too, because while I'm live, and then more people will join and comment and things like that. So it's always helpful. So thank you all. Okay. That's the end of that. Now I'm going to change the plates, and we're going to use the embossing folder with the purple plate because I'm using a 3D. It's pretty thick. So all the other pieces come off of this, and I just use the embossing plate, the purple embossing plate. Okay. Now my blog post is already ready to go for this. I was able to take some pictures today, even though it was raining. I snuck out at a moment when it was just a drizzle. And I always like to take my photos outside, right on my front porch, because of, I just like the way the pictures look rather than right here on my desk. It's a little boring to me. So, and I don't have a great lighting setup all around, just right here. So I'd rather take my pictures outside. Now I ran that through with the, what's it called? The textile folder. Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. So I ran that through, and now I can put, and it's kind of subtle, you see it. And now I can put these away so I don't lose them, because I have already lost things by not putting them away right away. Okay, put these on the side. Okay, here we go. I don't know where my good scissors are. I think they're upstairs because I was cutting something else out. But I have 2 pair of scissors and I can't find it. And I wanted to share something else too. Okay, so the card tonight that I'm making is going to go to whoever I pick out from last week's shares. And there is another card that I'm not making tonight that will go to, it was kind of a trial card today. I wanted to see how it was made, and it came out pretty good. So that's what I was doing with my scissors upstairs, was cutting out some more of fussy cutting some more of what I needed. So this card is going to go on here like this. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Okay. So what I want to do is cut this down so that it's going to fit nicely on top of here. So I need to cut from the top and I need to cut from the side. So I'm going to bring my trimmer over. So this measures just under 5.5. Yeah, it's like 5 1 2 3/8. So let me bring this over. 5 1 2 3/8. I think a little bit more than that. I can always, I'd rather cut too little than too much, right? Okay, yeah, that's good. And then I can cut them both together. And now I want to cut the top about 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Let me see. Yeah, about 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Let me leave that there in case we need it some more. Yep, that was right. Okay, so that's how I want it to sit. Okay, so I don't need this at the moment. Now we're going to take the scallop piece and put some liquid glue or adhesive, actually. So let me get my adhesive sheet, my silicone mat, and some adhesive. And then I can put this sheet right on top. I want a little bit of the stitching to show, because the stitching, there's nice stitching in the sentiment as well. So we have the stitching down here and the stitching right here. So that looks nice. And then, how did I want to do this? Oh, I need to cut this off. Looking at what I did. Yeah, I need to cut this off. So let me put this in the little trimmer. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Actually, it doesn't need to be. I want that much showing. That's good. Because we're going to put some ribbon. So that works. Just like that. Let me see. I want to make sure I have enough on the top and the bottom. It needs to go up more. You know what? I did mess this up a little bit. I think I was, let me see something. I want to see if I can pull this off. I think I probably can, but if I don't, I'll rip off another piece. Yeah, this piece, the scallop piece, needs to go behind the card. Oh, look, it's coming off pretty easily. I guess I didn't press that hard. This is good. The scallop piece needs to go behind the card. Like that. Now, let me see. A little bit more. Okay, that's gonna do it. Yeah. And then this piece goes on top. And the reason the reason for that is just because of how much space I had at the bottom. I didn't have enough space of the Highland Heather showing at the bottom. And in case I didn't tell you what color purple this is, it is Highland Heather. At first, when I was starting this card, I thought it was the new color in here, in the flower. I thought it was Fresh Freesia. So I started off with that cardstock and realized that's not really the color. And then I decided maybe it would make sense for me to go look in the catalog at the colors that are in this pack of cards. And nowhere was there Fresh Freesia. It was only Highland Heather. So, hint, to look at the catalog for, okay, so there, that's what I wanted. Now we need the thread. So always refer to your catalog when you're trying to make out what colors are in the designer series paper. So now I find it wasteful to go all the way around unless it's like retired and I'm not going to use it anymore. So I cut because all of that's in the back isn't seen, so I don't want to waste it. Okay, so now I'm going to put some adhesive in the back where these two pieces of thread are going to sit. As always. And I brought my Scotch tape over tonight. And these two pieces of thread will sit right on top of the black and white stripe paper. Let's see. And now I have my Scotch tape to my right. Okay, now I'm ready to put this down. That's nice, not overhanging, perfect. Not overhanging very much. So now I'm going to use liquid glue, which I forgot to bring over. Here we go. Liquid glue to adhere this against the embossed folder. And I only want like 1/8 of an inch showing from the top, and the rest will be the bottom. Okay, now we can put this on the base of the card. So tomorrow night I'll be back live with my Papillion Spotlight group at 7 o'clock. I have a project for you guys that I was supposed to do last week, but I had to postpone it because I had something to do that prevented me from coming live last week with you guys. Now, Papillion Spotlight is my group. It's a private group for customers that have spent $150 or more with me in this year. So as soon as you get to that point, I add you to the group. Some of you are close. A few of you are in it and some of you are close. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I'll be back here in that group. Now I'm going to take some more twine, so hope you can join me. And I'm not going to cut it first because I only want to use the amount that I actually need. And I'm just going to make a bow. Okay, perfect. I don't like to waste, especially now that it comes in a 5-pack. I really don't want to waste any. Not a single pack. Okay, so there we go. That. Okay. Now we'll take our sentiment. Actually, let's wait on the sentiment. Let's do the inside first. Now, for the inside, what I have done is I've already pre-cut one of those cards. Let's say this card originally looked like this, something like this. It's in my hands, right? So it was within this little frame here. So it would have looked something like this, inside a frame, and then I cut it all out. Okay? So that's what I did here. I cut it all out from this particular card, and I only had 2 of these. It had a sentiment here, but it's gone now because I used it on the sample and on this. And I pre-cut this because, you know, I don't mind fussy cutting, but for you guys to sit here and watch me go through all these nooks and crannies. In fact, I see a little nook that I want to get cut. And that is right about here because I'm such a nut like that. Right about here. I'm using my glue scissors because my other scissors are upstairs. And there's a piece right here that is bothering me also. So I got to get that off. Okay. So for you guys to sit here and watch me fussy cut this whole thing, I don't want to do that to you. So, and if I had more, if I had another card, I would have cut it up and started dimensionalizing these flowers too. But I'll tell you what, I saw this done once. Somebody took their card and cut around the flowers like with an X-Acto, and then once they put it on, like say, for instance, on this Highland Heather cardstock, they raised it with a dimensional, so it looked really cool. I was thinking about that, except that I couldn't find my X-Acto knife. I still haven't found that thing. I was looking for it a while ago and I've not found it. Oh, maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but I haven't found it yet. So this gets glued up. And it goes right on top of here. I put it to the right, but you could put it right, left, wherever you like. Okay. And then this gets adhered. Let that dry for a second. To the bottom. Way in the bottom. Okay, done with that. And next we get some more thread. And here I'm just going to use 1 strip. And we'll get that going. So isn't that a beautiful flower? I just think it's so pretty. When I saw it, so I had seen a card online by, I think, an Australian. I think she's Australian. I'm not 100% sure. Her name is Tennille Williams, and I believe she's Australian, and she's a beautiful designer. She's another one of those. I see what she makes, and if I have it, I just want to make it as is. So, of course, you know, if I make it as is, I generally ask the designer, can I make it on my live? And I like to make sure that, and it's usually somebody that doesn't go live either when I do that. But I like to change it up. I like to be inspired and change it up, right? But sometimes I find it hard when I really, really like something. So I wasn't going to make it because I would have had to make it exact. And then when I started flipping through my cards, I saw this and I said, that's it, making the card. And I'm making it with these cards. And I changed the color schemes. So Tennille's is Daffodil Delight, and with this black and white stripe paper. So the design is the same, and she used our, this paper, but she used our little scallop that I used to use all the time. That was in the Stitched Be Mine dies. So she used that, which I'm not going to use because it's retired. And what else? So she used Daffodil Delight. I don't know what flowers she used. I think they're new, so I can't even tell you what flowers they are. They're not a stamp that I have. Yes, wouldn't that be nice, Kathleen? I just saw your comment. Hi, Diana. That just one of the DSP and was this print. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. So look at how nice that looks. Doesn't that look pretty? That's the inside. The inside is just as pretty as the outside. Isn't that what you say all the time, Kathleen? So I like it. And the other thing I was flipping through today is the Pattern Party Designer Series paper that has all the colorful patterns on the front and all the black and white on the side, because I was going to use that paper tonight as well. Give me a second to clean this off. This got dirty somehow. Whoops, I don't want to shake. So now let's get the sentiment and some dimensionals. And I also cut up, this is the piece that we saved. I also cut this up today, and I may use it on the envelope. I didn't yet, but I may. I may do that. I'm going to take some, all my sides are so useful. So I'm using all my sides. Facebook is, oh no, I can't talk about it because then I'll get kicked out. I had a discussion today with someone, and it was about FB and lots of different changes. And if you weren't here earlier, what I just experienced earlier was that I used a word that sounded in my description that sounded like I might have been selling, and they made it look like I was selling something. Mark is sold. They're reviewing my post, so I couldn't come live right away. So you got to be really careful what you post. Okay, so now this is going to go on here. Okay. And now I'm going to get my gems. So yeah, whoever wins this card may get the envelope with these little pieces on the envelope. I mailed out all my Mother's Day cards today. I'm so proud of myself because I didn't even mail Christmas cards this year, but I mailed Mother's Day cards, and I'm glad to have done that. I made quite a few. I have a nice big card order to fill. I had somebody order, oh, I don't know. Let me see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 cards. Not 15 cards. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 15. And I'm getting those ready. They're all different occasions. 3 sets. Do I want that there? So I'm working on finishing that order up. Yeah, I think I like it like that. What do you guys think? Let me put that on the side, move all this stuff. Okay. Put this away. You like it? Yeah? Great. Well, my blog post is going to go up. I told you this was going to be quick tonight. It's going to go up shortly. So this is going to go out to the sharer that I picked from the box from the shares from last week. So it pays to share in big capital letters. Share to your timeline. Share to your crafty group friends. Share with your family and friends that you don't know might be crafty and might be interested. So let me go to, I want to show you something else before we go and do prize patrol. I'm trying to find it here. Oh, here. Okay. So when I was looking for a sentiment tonight that would fit in this right here, I saw a few, but I liked the way Happy Birthday from the Timeless Tulips looked. And then when I looked over to my right, this is bothering me. I'm going to have to put some water on there. I saw this card right here, and I said, maybe that will be my second card. But when I looked really closely, and then I went as it, and that's why I lose the share button. You increase the screen, so I decrease the screen and share, then go back to big screen. Ah, yes. I understand, Patty, because I've done that myself. I'm glad you figured that out. Anyway, I happened to notice this card, and it looks like it was done in, well, Misty Moonlight and Just Jade. And it's done with this big thank you is this nice stamp set right here that I don't have. But anyway, when I was looking for the stamp set, I saw the happy birthday, and then I looked over and saw this card, which I overlooked before, and this is the new catalog. So I decided I was going to attempt it. So I went to the business resources, the catalog resources on our demonstrator site. When you're a demonstrator, you get to get a list of all the products that are used in every card in this, every project in this catalog. So I went to the resources, and what they did here was they used watercolor pencils, which I have. They're my older ones, but we do sell them in the catalog. And I don't have, so these are my older ones, but these are the brights, and we do sell them again in this catalog somewhere. And what they did was they highlighted spots on the, I'm trying to put this up close and I want to see. You can see where it's really dark down here and around here. They highlighted with the watercolor pencils. So I started doing that today, and I created the card. So the card that I created today with this whole idea is going to go to the commenter. Now, I'm going to create a video for this. I'm not doing this tonight on the live. It's not even done the inside, but I am going to create a YouTube video for this. By the weekend, it'll be up, if not before. So this was my version. So what they did though, they cut out, these are hand cut. There's only one tulip that's got a punch, and it's the big one. And they used these two little ones. And these, they hand cut the stems, and they hand cut the leaves. There's only one punch right here that has the leaf image. So everything I did on here, the flowers and the leaves and the stems are hand cut. So this is the polished pink. That's what I used. So this is going to go, I didn't finish the inside yet, but it's going to go to the commenter that I picked from last week's comments, and I'm going to do a YouTube live on this. But I think on my live, I might just disregard the cutting of all this and just directly stamp on the paper. But I don't know if you could see where I made it darker with the pencils and even on the leaves. So I used polished pink on the flowers, and then I used Melon Mambo on the flowers to give it some highlight. And then on the leaves, I used Coastal Cabana, and to give it the highlights with the pencils, I used Bermuda Bay on the pencils. And then these are those opal rounds that I used. And then on this, I did the two-tone. I used the markers for polished pink, and I used the marker from Coastal Cabana. And this is the Tasteful Touches stamp set. Because I don't have this one. Otherwise, I would have used the one they used in the catalog. So, okay. I just wanted to tell you that, and I am going to be doing a video on that. So, this one's going to the commenters, and this one's going to the share. And also, before I forget, I did a drawing for this die cut already for the 3 people that ordered in the month of April. The 3 people that run, I actually didn't do a drawing. I'm giving it to the person that spent the most in my online store without the host code, or yes, without the host code in my online store for the month of April. So I did the drawing, not the drawing. I picked the person that had spent the most, and this was the die that I had extra, and it's the Poppy Moments. Anyone else that used the host code was already included in that in the drawing earlier this month. And that person is Christine Lebens. So Christine, I saw you on here. You are the winner of these because you placed an order after the host code had closed, and so did 2 other people, but you happen to be the highest spender. So that's how I chose for this, because this is something different that I did this month, okay? So congratulations, Christine. I will hold on to this for you until, I know you're not local, but you come this way often, so I will hold on to that until you can come this way. All right, let's get going with the drawings. Yes, you won. You won. I don't know how I wound up last year purchasing 2 of these Poppy Moments dies, but I've used it quite a lot, but this is yours now. Congratulations. So rather than putting it in my BOGO sale, which I'm going to talk about another time, not tonight. Okay, so for the shares, let's see, who do we have here? This is the card for the shares. Give it to you. Oh, that's right. I'll see you on the 15th. Thanks for reminding me. Bernice. Oh boy, that's going to be tough for me to say. Panchashin. Panchyshin. I hope I spelled that right. Bernice. I don't recognize, I don't know if you've won with me before, but you won for the share. So I'm going to announce this and tag you so you can send me your address. And now for the commenters, let's get that going. The commenters. Christine Lebens, you won again. Oh my gosh, it's your big night. Wow, lucky you. So Bernice and Christine are the lucky winners tonight. Whoa, I've had that happen before where the same person won for the shares and for the comments. So congratulations, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. And I will be back with my Papillion Spotlight group tomorrow evening. And then I will be back with you all that want to join me next week on Wednesday, my new night, Wednesday at 7 p.m. And if I wind up with any time on my hands, I may even come back before, but you never know. Things happen. So for now, oh, let me see if there's anything else I need to tell you guys. No, not tonight. The catalog went live yesterday. You guys all know what's going on. So I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't want to get kicked off of FB. And because I also shared tonight 2 different crafting groups. And, you know, I don't want to get kicked out of those groups either. So here you go. This will be up on my blog shortly because, as I said, I have the blog post almost ready to go. And this video will be done over the weekend. And that's it. Okay. Congratulations again. Thanks for joining. See you next week. And Papillion Spotlight members, see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.